Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on January 16, 2019. It's 11:17 p.m. Birmingham. And topic, I want to give you an idea, just a simple idea laid out to give you what we're paying for the illegals to be here. Now, to start with, and this was on a liberal site. It's on I say liberal, on the left. They even acknowledged how many people, how many illegals were in this country. And they said, and we believe this is a low number. And that illegals, they said, and they used this word, 20 million in our country. And by the way, I also want to throw in the sealed indictments. Right now, they're up at over 73,000+. Wow, that's a lot of people. And I should have put that in first, but I didn't. But let's go back to the 20 million illegals. Let's just give them, let's take a little bit, okay? And say, well, let's not call them 21. Let's just say that there's 12 million that's receiving assistance. Now, everything we've heard, they average $70,000 a year each. Well, let's cut that down. Let's cut it down to, say, 40,000 a year for 12 million. And we know the number is probably 24+ million. So 10, 12 million more than I said. And not knowing exactly how much money, do know that 70,000 is an average. And we also have to include those who are in prison. And but let's just say they're getting 40,000, not 70,000. Let's just say 40. One illegal, one person, $40,000 a year. These are handouts now, including health care. 10 illegals, 10 people, 40,000 a year to 400,000 a year. Go to 100 illegals, and that 400,000 turns into 4 million a year. 4 million is a lot of money, but we're not going to stop there. But say 1,000 illegals. 1,000. So you go from 4 million to 40 million. Take that back. From 100 to 1,000. Well, you're right. I'm sorry. 40 million a year. 10,000. 400 million. 100,000. And 1 million. Well, we're getting up to $40 billion a year. 40 billion. And this is not counting the full 12 million that I started out with. Only God knows how many there are receiving government assistance, money that you and I, retirees, paid in all their lives, and I started working and paying taxes at age 14. And I'll be 70 in 4 more months. And I'm not retired yet, by the way. So with that kind of money, just 1 year, just take 1 year. And remember, those housed in prisons, the amount ranges for these guys from 40 to 60,000 a year per person. and not to distract from 3/4 of all the drugs that come into this country come from the South. And there cost us hundreds of millions of dollars in lost revenue by drug addicts and trying to fix their problems. So when you take that kind of money, take only 1 year of the money that we give to the illegals, you can build that wall the full length, 2,000 miles, and you can make the top of the wall 80 feet wide, and you can put a high-speed rail on it, and you can also have 4-lane highway on it, and you can pay for the high-speed rail. And you can add all the border patrol that's needed to handle that. Everybody, they're updated with Humvees and all the latest equipment, a few helicopters, a few airplanes. In 1 year, 1 year would pay for that. 1 year of what we pay to those in this country that's never paid a dime into it. I don't understand that. But I can say this, 5 people crossed Pelosi's border wall around her property. Yes, she has a wall. Pelosi has a wall around her property in California. I said 4, maybe it's 5. 5 people crossed that barrier, that wall. Laura Loomer led the way. And they were very quickly assisted off of her property. The very person that says, let them come, I'll make my yard a sanctuary city. But yet Laura Loomer and 4 illegals go on the property and they get escorted off. Help me make sense of this. Well, I'll take that back. You can't, because it does not make sense to continue with it. It makes sense only is to put that damn wall up and as quickly as possible and start getting those out of this country that are on the hind tit of the federal government, and our government, led by the liberal left and the Democrats, are the ones making sure that they get paid. How much in debt is California today? If they were to pay $1 billion toward their debt with interest every year, if you're 15 years old and watching this blog, you'll die before that debt's paid. And so will your grandchildren. But who's paying that debt? It's not California, it's you and I. It's the federal government and those who's paid into the system. Guys, we need a wall. We need it quickly. And the quicker the better for all of us. Because it will be the downfall of this nation if something is not done. And I say it'll be the downfall of this nation anyway, because Trump has another term plus 2 years. And I believe at very best, at the outside, we'll be out of here when he leaves office. The church is going away. And then how will those left behind, the liberals and the Democrats, how will they handle it then? Well, Leave that up to them. Jody Wolf Expoz.